Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanamma. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Nepali Congress claims the government is protecting Home Minister Lamichhane despite adequate evidences for his alleged involvement in fraud of cooperatives. House obstructed on the first day of budget session. Home Minister Lamichhane claims he will leave politics if evidences proving him guilty in fraud of cooperatives are furnished. Nepali Congress General Secretary Thapa echoes the challenge. At least 50 dead and more than 100 injured in Afghanistan in flooding following heavy rain in the northern province of Baghlan. Death toll expected to rise. And former US Open champion Dominic Thiem says he will retire at the end of 2024 season after going through a turbulent few years due to a wrist injury. Alleging the government of trying to protect Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Home Affairs Ravi Lamichhane for his alleged involvement in the fraud related to cooperatives, despite the presence of adequate evidences, main opposition Nepali Congress obstructed yesterday's meeting of the lower house. Having obstructed the first day of the budget session, Nepali Congress has warned of not allowing the operation of the House session until a parliamentary probe committee is formed. After the parliament meeting was postponed amid obstructions, the next session of both the houses of the federal parliament have been called for 3 p.m. on Tuesday, 14th of May. Immediately after the meeting of the House of Representatives began, lawmakers of Nepali Congress stood in their respective places and protested with demand of formation of a parliamentary probe committee to investigate the alleged involvement of Lamichhane in the fraud related to cooperatives. House Speaker Devraj Ghimire then issued permission to Nepali Congress lawmaker Gagan Thapa to make his statement. After Thapa was provided with 3 minutes, Nepali Congress lawmakers protested, which was followed by Speaker Ghimire's question regarding the authority with the jurisdiction of operating the House meeting. Sharing his remarks, Nepali Congress General Secretary Thapa said his party will not allow the House to run its proceedings until a parliamentary probe committee was formed to investigate the alleged involvement of Home Minister Lamichhane. Speaker Ghimire then started reading the letter received from the office of the President, after which Nepali Congress lawmakers chanted slogans and rounded these rostrum. Speaker Ghimire then adjourned the meeting for 15 minutes. Following resumption of the meeting, Speaker Ghimire allowed RSP Chairperson, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Home Affairs Lamichhane to address the House immediately, after which Nepali Congress lawmakers picketed the rostrum once again and chanted slogans alleging the government of trying to forcefully move the parliament proceedings ahead. Largest party of the House, Nepali Congress, has expressed its dissatisfaction on the role of the Speaker. As the parliament meeting could not proceed further, Speaker Ghimire postponed the House meeting for 3 p.m. on Tuesday, 14th of May. The government is making preparations to introduce its policies and programs on the same day. However, amid obstruction at the parliament, presentation of the policies and programs remains uncertain. Meanwhile, with its demand of investigating Home Minister Lamichhane, Nepali Congress also obstructed the meeting of the National Assembly. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Home Affairs Ravi Lamichhane has challenged of quitting politics if evidences proving his involvement in the fraud related to cooperatives were presented. Speaking with journalists after main opposition, Nepali Congress did not allow him to address yesterday's session of the parliament with the demand of formation of a probe committee. Home Minister Lamichhane challenged of quitting the government if Nepali Congress General Secretary Gagan Thapa furnished his evidences against him. In case of failure of doing so, Lamichhane challenged Thapa to quit politics.
उहाँले भन्नुभएको मैले किर्ते गरेको कुरा होइन मैले कुनै लोन माग्नका लागि मैले निवेदन दिएर चाहिँ यो ऋण मागेको प्रमाण छ उहाँले भन्नुभएको छ नि त्यो प्रमाण उहाँले दिनुभयो भने म राजनीति छोड्दिन्छु त्यो प्रमाण दिन सक्नु भएन भने उहाँले राजनीति छोड्नुपर्ने हुन्छ संसदीय समिति त सामान्य कुरा भइहाल्यो बनाए हुन्छ.
In response, Congress General Secretary Thapa accepted Lamichhane's challenge. He claimed that Nepali Congress had adequate evidences to prove Lamichhane's involvement in the fraud. Thapa also challenged Lamichhane to prove Nepali Congress wrong by forming the investigation committee.
म त छोड्दिन्छु भनिसके त यो पुष्टि भएन म छोड्दिन्छु भनिसके ल हैन है उहाँले कहिले 4 नम्बर आउँछ भने त्यहाँ पनि आउनुस् बागमती नआउँछ भन्नु नआउनुस् छोड्दिन्छु भन्नु छोड्दिन्छु म त बाबा मेरो मात्र कुरै छैन यो म त के भनिरहेको छु भने तपाईकै कुरो स्वीकार गर्ने सुन्नु न हैन तपाईलाई नै भन्नु भएको छ ल नै परेन रे काहे हैन चुनौती तपाईलाई हो के तपाईलाई नै मैले बुझे मैले त चुनौती त मैले स्वीकार गरिहाले.
Lamichhane and Thapa had resorted to arguments in relation to fraud related to cooperatives previously as well. Although the government commits that no one will have to lose their life at the lack of treatment, there are places in the country where people are dying due to lack of transportation facilities that can take them to health centers and hospitals. People in the rural region of Mugu say there is a lack of road and air service and that the government has remained indifferent. A Mugu local, Pavita, was badly injured in an attack, but she had no road or air options to reach to the nearest Nepalganj or Surkhet hospitals, where she could find the required treatment. Another local, Tara Singh Bika, faced a similar problem. Likewise, Setu Bika got an air ticket upon recommendation of Chief District Officer. However, her flight was uncertain.
गुण्डाले खुकुरी हान्ने छ अनि खुकुरी हान्दाखेरि मेरो घाउ किडा पर्यो घाउ किडा पडन्जालो कसैले हेर्दिएनन् 6 दिनपछि होटलमा उधारो खाएर फेरि यबाट 18000 मेबाट यताबाट दिए अनि दौदौ गरी पेलन नडा.
Air services are rare for Mugu as most government and private airlines prefer operating in profitable regions. For a handful of flights to Mugu, locals have to reach out to local administration for ticket recommendation. Locals say only around 10 to 15 get the recommendation a month, and that too is difficult, and that still does not ensure that they can take the flight.
जहाजको समस्या पनि त्यस्तै हो अब पावर भए मान्छेले अब घचङगचङ गरेर भइहाल्छ हामी जस्ता बोल्न नसक्ने अब यो पछाडी त हो सर आमा पैसा भए पनि काम छैन.
47 flights took off from Talcha Airport in February, 39 in March and 23 in April. Most of the seats were taken by those with access to power. Many patients returned home due to lack of ticket and have also passed away.
कहिलेकाहीँ अब जुम्लासम्म पनि पुर्याउने गर्छौं जुम्ला पुर्याउँदा पनि करिब एक दिन जस्तो 4 5 5 7 घण्टा लाग्छ बिरामीहरुलाई र इमर्जेन्सी पठाउँदा अब हामीले प्लेन मार्फत पठाउनु पर्ने कहिलेकाहीँ 2 3 दिन 3 4 दिनसम्म प्लेन नआइदिने समस्या हुन्छ.
प्राइभेट जहाजहरु म्याक्सिमम चल्छ एरियामा अनि त्यो हुँदाखेरि आजकल लोकलाको सिजन भएको कारणले उतैतिर गर्छन् हप्तामा 1 दिन 2 दिन शेड्युल फ्लाइट गर्नलाई यता आउँछन् त्यो भएर समस्या नै छ.
समयमा हवाई जहाज नआउँदा धेरै जसो बिरामीहरु फर्किनु पर्ने र यतै बाटोमा अस्पताल ब्याग नहुने तिनीहरु घरतिर गइदिदो रहेछन् धेरै जसो बिरामीहरु अब भोलि जाम्ला पर्सि जाम्ला अनि घरमै मृत्यु हुने समस्या पनि देखिएको छ.
The government has announced of free treatment for those from poor economic backgrounds and has also assured of providing helicopter services for those in dire need. However, the implementation of the announcement has yet to be effectively implemented. Now, in our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces why they think the fraud related to cooperatives is being politicized. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सहकारीको विषय सत्तामा रहेका राजनीतिक दलहरूलाई सत्ता टिकाउने बहाना मात्रै हो.
समिति बनाएर अगाडि बढ्नु पर्दछ र प्रमाणित भइसकेकाहरुको हकमा कारबाही गर्ने कुराको ताकत सरकारले देखाउनु पर्छ.
ठुलठुला नेताहरू पनि यसैमा संलग्न हुनुहुन्छ. अब यो थाहा हुनेबित्तिकै आफूहरु पनि फसिन्छ भन्ने डरले गर्दाखेरि उहाँहरूले अब यो छानबिन प्रक्रियालाई अगाडि बढाउन सक्नु भएको छैन.
आक्षेप आइसकेपछि पदमा भर्न नहुने हो.
कति नेताहरूले खोलेका सहकारीहरू पनि छन् ठुलठुलो नेताहरूले पनि हैन यसमा उहाँहरुले छानबिन गर्नु जरुरी छ.
छानबिन गरेर हाम्रो जुन ठगीमा हामी परेछौं हाम्रो पैसा लिएर भागेछ सहकारीले त्यो पैसा हामीले पाउनु पर्ने हो.
राजनीतिक दलले एउटा पार्टीले दाउपेचको मुद्दा बनाएर कुनैलाई फाइदा हुने गरी गर्ने हैन यसलाई एकजुट भएर यो समस्याको समाधान सही सत्य तथ्य बुझेर गर्नुपर्ने हो.
छानबिन गर्नुपर्ने हो.
पीडितहरूलाई जसरी भए पनि न्याय पाउनै पर्ने हो तर राजनीति भएर सब वितरित परिरहेछन्.
जति सक्दो छिटो चाहिँ टुङ्ग्याएर पीडितहरूलाई चाहिँ न्याय दिनेतर्फ केन्द्रित हुनुपर्छ.
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, why was the first day of budget session of the House of Representatives obstructed? Your options are A, parties remaining firm in their stance, B, government indifference, and C, inadequate effort from the Speaker. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. At least 50 people have died and more than 100 were injured in Afghanistan in flooding following heavy rain in the northern province of Baghlan yesterday. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Interior, Abdul Mateen Ghani, confirmed about the casualties, adding that the death toll may rise. Ministry spokesperson said there had been flooding in more than 5 districts in Baghlan and that more than 150 people were stuck and in need of urgent help. Ghani said that the Ministry of Interior has sent teams and helicopters to the area, but due to a shortage of night vision lights in helicopters, the operation may not be successful. But still, search operation is going on. The United Nations General Assembly yesterday backed a Palestinian bid to become a full UN member by recognizing it as qualified to join and recommending the UN Security Council reconsider the matter favorably. The vote by the 193-member General Assembly was a global survey of support for the Palestinian bid to become a full UN member, a move that would effectively recognize a Palestinian state after the United States vetoed it in the UN Security Council last month. The Assembly adopted a resolution yesterday with 143 votes in favor and 9 against, including the US and Israel, while 25 countries abstained. It does not give the Palestinians full UN membership, but simply recognizes them as qualified to join. The General Assembly resolution determines that the State of Palestine should therefore be admitted to membership, and it recommends that the Security Council reconsider the matter favorably. Prior to the vote, Riyad Mansour, Palestine's ambassador to the UN, told the UNGA that voting yes is the right thing to do and that he can assure that the country for years to come will be proud to have stood for freedom, justice and peace in the darkest hour. Meanwhile, Israel's ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, condemned the vote and said that the UN is now welcoming a terror state into its ranks. About 500 protesters, mostly college and university students, marched to the streets of Pakistani capital Islamabad in an anti-Israel rally to show solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. The protesters held banners, placards and Palestinian flags at the rally called Students' Gaza March, which was organized by Islamist Students' Party, Islami Jamaat-e-Talaba. The protesters briefly scuffled with police while trying to march towards U.S. Embassy to register their protest against Washington's continued support for Israel. Later, they staged a sit-in on the street leading to the U.S. Embassy, where they were barred by the police. Over 7 months into the Israeli war, vast swaths of Gaza lay in ruins, pushing 85% of the enclave's population into internal displacement amid a crippling blockade of food, clean water and medicine, according to United Nations. Israel stands accused of genocide at the International Court of Justice. An interim ruling in January said it is plausible that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza and ordered Tel Aviv to stop such acts and take measures to guarantee that humanitarian assistance is provided to civilians in Gaza. More than 34,000 Gazans have been killed in the 7 months of war, according to health authorities in the Hamas-controlled enclave, who say thousands more are dead, probably buried under rubble. Dog trail racing, which sees people and their dogs navigate off-road obstacle courses in tandem, is becoming increasingly popular in China, where pet ownership and the pursuit of more active lifestyles are both on the rise. For many participants, dog trail races are not just recreational activities, but also a way to strengthen the bond between themselves and their four-legged friends.
我觉得就前2年的疫情影响之后，大家对自己的健康越来越重视了。包括户外运动啊，以及室内的一些就训练。然后宠物这一块呢，因为我觉得大家可能需要一些情感价值的输出跟输入嘛，所以养宠的人也越来越多了，养猫养狗的。
Chen Yi, the founder of Let's Dog, which hosts monthly dog races that draw over 100 participants each time, says pet events have been gaining traction in recent years, prompting them to organize even more niche races for popular dog breeds such as Samoyeds and Corgis.
Chinese pet parents are definitely looking for opportunities to keep spending on their pets because maybe many of them don't have babies, so they think of their fur babies as their own children. And so from education, which is applied in dog kindergarten, to their clothing and 2, the food that can improve their health. The entrepreneurs in this sector keep looking for their needs, keep digging the consumer needs. At the same time, the consumers are responding with whether they spend on this product or not.
While consumer spending in China has remained tepid, overall, in the face of a prolonged property sector downturn and broad macroeconomic uncertainty, China's outdoor sports market is predicted to be valued at $33 billion by 2025. And China's domestic pet consumption market reached a value of $39 billion in 2023, growing 3.2% year-on-year, according to state media. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.